The story that shouldn't exist. They say the internet is just data and code. But those of us who've spent enough nights crawling through the dark corners of the web know that's not the whole truth. Stories are power, and sometimes when enough people believe in a story, it stops being fiction. Tonight, I'm telling you about something I swore I'd never talk about again, because I thought it was just a creepypasta, just a spooky post meant to get some upvotes. But then things started happening, and now I'm not so sure anymore. It started like any other horror story on Reddit, a post buried deep in a thread called Stories That Changed You. No username, no history, just a paragraph that read, "When I was 9, I woke up to a sound like teeth chattering, rapid, unnatural. I sat up and looked into the mirror across from my bed. My reflection was wrong. It stared back at me with a wide, frozen grin. Its eyes were black, and it didn't move when I did. It only smiled wider. Creepy, right? But here's where it got weird." The comments section exploded. Not with the usual, "This is fake" or "Cool story, bro." No, people said they'd seen it too. They described the same smile, the same mirror, the same sound. From different countries, different decades, people who'd never met, never spoken, and yet all told the same story. Some even posted drawings. Dozens of them, different styles, same face. A human figure with no eyes, just deep shadows, and a grin stretched far too wide. One comment caught my eye. "He only appears to those who know about him. That's the rule. You can't unsee the grinner." It had 36,000 upvotes. Then gone, deleted, no trace of the user, no archive, like they never existed. But the story didn't die. It spread. It infected people's dreams. People began reporting sleep paralysis, hallucinations, shadows behind them in the mirror. Some even said their own reflections started lagging, moving just a beat too slow, not by much, just enough to notice. I didn't believe it, of course. I thought it was a brilliant hoax, until I saw the video. Someone uploaded it to a now-banned YouTube channel. A 10-year-old boy standing in a bathroom facing a mirror. He blinks, his reflection doesn't. The grin spreads slowly, unnaturally. The boy's face goes blank. His head tilts, like he's hearing something we can't. Then the screen cuts to black. One final frame appears. Once you know him, he knows you. The video disappeared after 2 days, not removed, erased, as if it had never existed. But the ripple it caused didn't vanish. People who watched it started disappearing from social media. Posts wiped, comments ghosted. A few tried re-uploading the footage. Their accounts were banned within hours. And then someone recognized the bathroom from the video, a user from Vermont. "That layout," she said, "that's my cousin's old house. It burned down in 1212. 3 people had died in that fire. One of them was a boy who looked exactly like the one in the video. The strangest part? The mirror from that bathroom was recovered, untouched, not a single crack. The fire had gutted the house, but the mirror was perfectly intact. And when the firefighters brought it out, one of them reportedly refused to touch it, said it was grinning at him. At this point, I was still skeptical. I figured it was an elaborate art, an alternate reality guard, an alternate reality game, maybe even a long con from a horror artist. But the deeper I looked, the more I found accounts tied to the grinner that ended abruptly. One in particular stayed with me. A girl named Alice messaged me after I asked for real stories. She was 17, lived in Oregon, and said she had seen the grinner during a sleepover when she was 12. "We were playing Bloody Mary," she wrote, "but someone dared me to try something else. Grinner, grinner, show your face 3 times in front of the mirror." She said her reflection stopped mimicking her. It smiled wider, didn't blink, didn't move, just watched. She blacked out, woke up with a shattered mirror. Her parents thought she'd fallen, but she swore the cracks in the glass looked like teeth. I invited her to be on my channel. We set a date for a Zoom interview. She never showed. A week later, I got an email from her mom. Alice had vanished. No signs of struggle, just gone. The only thing left behind was her cracked bedroom mirror. The police wrote it off as a runaway, but her mom insisted something took her. She kept saying, "It was the mirror. It was always the mirror." I contacted Dr. Aaron Voss, a cognitive psychologist who studies belief systems and mass hysteria. I showed her the thread, the video, the sketches. "These kinds of shared hallucinations aren't uncommon," she said, "especially in online communities. It's psychological contagion. Fear manifests in similar ways." But when I showed her the original video, she went quiet. Then she said, "Delete that, for your sake." I didn't. 3 nights later, it happened to me. I was writing this script, headphones on, when I heard a sound like teeth clicking together, too fast, too sharp. I turned. My bathroom door was open. I hadn't left it open. The mirror was fogged, not from heat. It wasn't cold, but there was moisture, a fingerprint, then 2, then a grin etched into the fog. I froze. I couldn't move. My reflection stood still, smiling, and then it raised its hand and waved. I ran, slept in my car that night. When I returned in the morning, the fog was gone, but written across the mirror in greasy streaks were 3 words: "I see you." I've since replaced every mirror in my house, covered reflective surfaces. I film with a background now, never in a room with glass. I keep the lights on when I sleep, and I don't say his name aloud, because I believe now. And if you're still watching, maybe you do too. Maybe that's all it takes. One story, one image, one name: the Grinner. You can try to forget him. You can convince yourself this is just another internet myth. But late at night, when your reflection blinks just a second too late, when you hear something clicking in the dark, you'll remember, and he'll know. So tonight, when you brush your teeth, don't look too long in the mirror. And whatever you do, don't smile back.